The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is good? What is good? What is good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How is everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody's doing great. We got some stuff to go over today. Not a lot of news, which is actually a good thing, but we got some stuff to go over. Got some stuff to talk about. Good morning, Elmo. Good morning to you. First one in the stream. Good morning, brother. Hope you're doing well. XXI, good morning. Good morning to you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Good morning, Doc. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. Curtis, what is up? Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend too. Good morning. Good morning. So, we're going to get after it this morning, man. It's Monday morning. We're going to have a good morning. Going to get this week started off the right way. Hopefully make some money this week. Let's get after it, guys. Let's get after it. Market's not looking too good. Pre-markets aren't looking too good, but that's typical for a Monday morning, right? This we talk about this. We talk about this a lot. It's pretty typical for a Monday morning. Markets open down a little bit, coming off that weekend. So, pretty typical. No surprises. Asian markets closed in the red though. They didn't do too well. So, we'll see how we line up with them. We got the European markets. They opened up in complete red this morning too. So, not looking too great for us over here on this side of the pond. Not looking too great. It's these earnings and this rate increases coming our way, guys. Like this thing is really affecting the markets. And when you look at the European markets, which does affect cryptocurrency, their inflation rates are high over there. Like we're better off over here than they are over there. And, that's affecting their markets pretty bad. But we over here, we're starting to curb it a little bit, but still markets aren't anywhere near where they need to be. And I said this earlier last week. I do expect earnings to not come in as great for the second quarter as everybody's anticipating. And then you have the movie, the actors and the screenwriters are all on strike. You have the FedEx driver, the UPS drivers that look like they're going to go on strike. So a lot of stuff going on in these markets that are going to affect these markets pretty good. So, we gotta pay attention to that. Getting over here to the cryptocurrency market, guys, we're looking at a $1.21 trillion market cap, about the same as when we left on Friday. So this weekend, we pretty much traded completely sideways, which I'm saying it's not a bad thing at all. I would rather be sideways than be tanking. I think sideways action is good action. I think it's building up. So I'm not mad about that at all. Like I trade sideways all day, every day, and be good with it. Big Daddy Bitcoin sitting at 30,000, sitting at about 30,100, about $86, down about let's call it 0.4%. There it goes, just changed 0.4% on a 24-hour. So Big Daddy Bitcoin's struggling right now. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Hope your weekend was well. You got the brother here in Ethereum sitting at $1,908.13. It's down about 0.8% on a 24-hour, but I'm surprised Ethereum's still hanging in there right now at like 1900. I expected this thing to be in the 1800s with Bitcoin being at 30,183. But, Ethereum's doing well. It's hanging in there pretty well, better than what I thought. You got XRP, guys. XRP, fell below it jumped BNB, fell below BNB, and then jumped BNB again. And this thing has been on a nice little ride since the SEC case. You see it sitting at 74 cents right now, but you see it's in the green, right? You see it's up about 0.88% on the hour and about 0.48% on the 24-hour. So it's really it's outperforming right now Ethereum and Bitcoin. So no surprise. So I said it. I still stand by it. I think Ethereum's going to I think XRP is going to have a slow rise when the rest of the market's not doing so well. Big Watch, dude, what is up, brother? I hope you had a good weekend. What is up, brother? I hope you good. But I think XRP is going to run, not really necessarily run, but I think it's going to have a slow move to the top. You got to remember, a lot of people are taking profits here, right? So a lot of people been hanging on to XRP for a long time. They're taking profits, completely understandable. And they probably should. I haven't taken any yet. I'm holding. I think there's a bigger upside to XRP than what we're currently looking at. Good. I'm glad you're good, bro. I'm glad you're good. I hope your weekend was good, man. But it's up there, man. It's in the green right now, and that's a good thing when everything else is in the red. BNB, sitting at 242. It's down about that 3%. It took a big hit over the weekend. It's down 3%. But anytime this thing's above 220 with what BNB's got going on right now in the courts, in the SEC, I mean, it's holding on. It's holding strong. So, we're going to take that for what it is. Solana's been on a nice little run. I'm not a real Solana person. I don't really believe in the blockchain, but a lot of people do. It's in at $27, $27.29 right now. It's down about 1.4% on the 24-hour. Not too bad though. It's actually performing well. I just not really a believer in it. You guys know why. As far as I'm concerned, Alameda holds 9% of that staked Solana, and when that comes out of staking, I think they're going to have to sell it off, which means 9% of the supply is going to be dumped on the open market probably, and I'm not going to risk that. Cardano's actually out of that 25-cent range back up into that 31-cent range, not doing too bad. Cardano, slow mover, but it's doing good since its last pump up right here. But here's the one that's really performing well, guys. And Matic and XRP are probably performing well, probably out of the top 20, probably performing the best. Matic's up to 77 cents. Looking at a 0.4 on the hour, just down 2.1% on the day. But remember, this thing was at 68 cents last week. So this thing's performing pretty well. And this is all based on the news of them guys moving to a possible new token, which is Poly, which gives them guys a lot more utility and room to grow their ecosystem out. So we like that. We like the move. So it's all based around that. So a lot of people are getting in. Really like that. Shiba Inu, it's down just slightly. 2.6% overnight, but it hit this. It was up in the 8 range, and fell back down to the 7 range. But it's Shibarium's coming out next month, so expect a run on that. Expect a run on Shib. Expect a run on Bone. Expect a run on Leash. Stellar's performing really, really, really well. It's outside of the top 20. But this one right here is running with XRP. It's running pretty close with XRP. It got up to like 15 cents. Want to say over the weekend or maybe Friday, came back down to 12 cents. You expect a little sell off at 15 cents. You got to expect that. It was hovering around 7 cents, 7, 8 cents for a while. So getting up to that 15-cent range, you have to expect some sell off there. That's what happened. But it still came right back down to this 12-cent range. Expecting a little bit more run on Stellar here as we move forward. I own a lot of Stellar. I believe it will run with XRP. As XRP runs, so will Stellar. Maybe not as big of the percent gains, but I think they kind of run together. When one's up, the other one's up. So not too bad there. We're in it there. We're in that play. We're in that play pretty good. Filecoin, guys, this thing just keeps getting more and more publicity because of the storage. So any storage type of tokens that you guys can hear of or get in, Web3 storage, probably good plays right now. A lot of companies are looking to move to blockchain storage. Filecoin obviously is the biggest, sitting at $4.34, down 1.7% on the 24-hour. But I still think this is a bargain at $4.34. But I'm expecting a drop. I'm expecting it to go a little bit lower, so I'm holding out. That's just me. I'm holding out just because I expect the market to go down a little bit this week and moving into next week. Crow sitting at that 5 cents, 5.9. When I woke up this morning, it was at 6 cents. Started to dip a little bit. I'm gonna wait for this thing to get down into the low 5s, and I'm probably a buyer at that level right there in the low 5s. I believe in Crow. I think Crow's gonna make a run at some point here pretty soon. I think Crow is one of the ones that are here to stay. I think it's going to work right alongside with the United States government. It'll probably get approved as one of the exchanges in here in the United States. And I think it's going to run. I think it's going to be just fine. I think it's just a matter of time. You guys know I love Quant. Quant's down. It's at 10. It's at 101 right now. It says it's up 0.2% on the hour, but it's really down. The thing was up 115, 120 last week. So it's down. It's down pretty good over the last week. But I'm a big Quant supporter. I keep buying Quant anytime it's under 100. Anytime it's under 100, I'm in it. A lot of good plays. Yeah, XXI. There's tons of good plays out here. There is tons and tons of good plays out here. And that's why I'm saying I'm not mad that the market's trading sideways. I'm really not. I would be perfectly fine if Big Daddy Bitcoin, went back down to the 29 range. I wouldn't be mad about that. I necessarily wouldn't be mad if Ethereum came back to like 18. I think right now is probably where it's headed. You can see when we go to the bubbles that the market's struggling. It's struggling right now. Crow is a sleeping giant. Yeah, I think so. I think Crow is one of these tokens where it's there. It's quietly in the background. They're quietly in the background making moves. They're quietly continue to work with other governments for regulatory compliance. They're in some of the toughest markets. They've been able to meet all regulatory guidelines in some of these tougher markets for their exchange. There's no reason to think that they can't do the same here in the United States. And I keep going back to the fact that their lawyer sits on the subcommittee for digital assets for the Commodities and Exchange Commission, and that's a big deal. People may not understand how big of a deal that is. That's a big deal because when you're at the table and you're helping make regulation, it sets your project up to meet the regulation, right? So that's a huge deal, and I think that's one of the reasons I think I've given Crow the edge right now. So we looking at the bubbles on the 24-hour here. 1 inch had a hell of a run. I'm not sure why 1 inch had a hell of a run. I'm assuming that they maybe made an upgrade, maybe rode some things out. I didn't get a chance to read up on it, but this thing was up even more than this 9.6%. It got up to like 18 something percent. So it made a run. Elgo's up 5%, but be careful with Elgo. We know that come December, there's going to be a big sell-off there because one of their the people on their exchange owns 51% of that supply, and they're going to slowly start selling it off in December. So you got to be careful when you know this news is out here. And of course, Luna Classics doing what Luna Classic does. This thing will go up 5% and dump 20%, go up 5%. You'll see a whole bunch of people make Luna Classic videos today. So because it's up 5%. So let's get to the hour here. So you see, we're not in the best situation here on the hourly, but we are starting to fill in a little bit more green. This thing's starting to move a little bit to the upside. The market, when I woke up this morning, this hourly chart was completely in the red. It was hard to find a green token on the hour. So we're starting to wake up. And the United States market's starting to wake up, and they're starting to take advantage of some of these deals that the Asian markets left us with. So we'll see kind of where we're headed now. But what the hell happened to the ape coin, man? This thing is down another 1.7%. This thing was almost like under $1 last week, $1.90, $1.95. Remember when this thing came out? It was up there, man. This thing mooned, and this thing just fell off a cliff, man. There's no utility. There's nothing. I owned Ape. I sold it for a nice profit. But man, they really came out with zero utility for that. Hex down 2.6% on the hour. Pulse Chain's down 2% on the hour. Where is Hex right now? Price wise, it's about 1 cent. About 1 cent. Boy, Hex took a beating. Where's Pulse? Where's Pulse Chain at? 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1. Yeah, I tell you, if you believe in Hex, and you can get it at 1 cent, remember this thing sat at almost 10 cents, one point. So that's 10x. So if you believe that it can get back there, that's 10x for you if you can buy it a penny. That's a good play. If you got money to set it and forget it, that's a good play. I don't think Hex is going to stay down there for long. I just don't. I think it'll run. That might be one of them ones that you set and forget, and just let it do its thing. I didn't even realize it was down that low. But yeah, so we can set that one and forget that one. Chainlink, it's back in the green. It was this morning. It was getting beat up a little bit. $6.64. It's coming up a little bit. This morning it was getting beat up a little bit. This weekend it got beat up a little bit. But I'm a big Chainlink. I believe in Chainlink. I think Chainlink's going to be here for a little while. So, I think it's going to be a player in what's going on. So, definitely going to acquire some more Chainlink. What else do we got going on this morning, guys? What else do we got going on this morning? Right here, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Google Play. They changed their policy to allow NFTs to integrate into apps and game purchases on their platform. So the reason why this is a big play here for Google Play and Android in general is because Apple has put up a lot of roadblocks when it comes to NFTs, non-fungible tokens, NFTs within game purchases and within game apps and things like that. And Google's come out and actually embraced the NFT space. They're going to allow this for in-game purchases and apps. So obviously Google is making a push to try to go ahead and one up Apple on this. Apple wants to charge extremely large amounts of money for people to trade NFTs on their platform, either in game or just in general. And Google's going to go ahead and let this go through. Let this thing ride, see where it goes, see if they can't get some of that traffic from Apple over to Google for basically gaming and NFTs, which is a big deal because if you're in this crypto space and you're a gamer, and a lot of these non-fungible tokens, guys, these tokenized assets are going to be rolling out, then you're really going to want to be trading somewhere where you're not going to get beat up for trading there, or and Google seems to be leading the way there in that particular sector. And I know there was some news about these spot ETFs being approved, but really what's really going on is the SEC is launching their review of all these the latest Bitcoin ETFs. So they're basically under review, right? So now they're pushing, everybody put their applications in. Now they're pushing to the next step where they're actually going to put these things under review. They're going to look at them. They're going to see which ones are going to get approved. They're going to see which ones they need to push back to the companies for further clarification. They're going to see where these things fit within the trading markets. So all of this stuff is happening, right? And it's happening pretty quick. And I think the pressure's on the SEC to start approving some of these spot ETFs. Gold, what is up? Good morning. So I think the pressure is on the SEC to start that process and approving some of these ETFs. So I think they're going to fast track some of these. I think you can probably see Fidelity and BlackRock and probably Vanguard probably get fast tracked through the approval process. And some of the smaller ones will probably linger behind, just because they don't have the credit. They don't have the cred as everybody else does. But it's good to know that these things are now pushing to that second level for review, because you got to get to that review level before you can get to the approval level. So it's good to know that these things are moving forward. I think this will send Bitcoin. I really do. I think this is going to be one of the catalysts for Bitcoin. And as you know, as Big Daddy Bitcoin moves through the market, so does everything else, right? So I think this is going to be one of the drivers that really drives Bitcoin up. When the first one actually goes through and it gets approved, and it's you can actually go buy it on the open market. I think that's when you're going to see the catalyst happen. That's when you're going to see everything start to roll out and Bitcoin really start to take off. I think until then, we're just going to trade sideways, because right now this is just all talk, right? They're just talking and reviewing. This is going to be my first my first bull run. Can't wait. Y'all, gold, it's fun. Gold is fun when you can just throw darts at a dartboard and hit a token and win. And a lot of times that's the problem, is people get into these bull runs and you're throwing darts at a dartboard, and everything you hit is a winner, at least for profit taking purposes. And then when you get into these bear runs, people don't know how to act, right? Because they don't really know how to trade. So when you're throwing darts at a dartboard and you miss 9 times and you hit one, people are complaining because they missed 9 times. So it's a little different. Big Wise, this your first one too? So yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast, man. It's fun, man. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Everybody's winning. Everybody is making money. And you have gems out there. This your first one too, XXI? Okay. You guys, I'm telling you guys, man, it's gonna be a whole different vibe during the bull run, man. It's gonna be a different. I mean, you're gonna see people coming out of the woodwork, man, that are just making money, and you'll see Twitter Spaces, man, on fire, man. There'll be so many of them, and people just happy, and people just having a good time and partying and talking positive and making tons of money. But like I said, UFC tokens launch and you can throw darts at a dartboard. You can hit one, you're gonna make some money off of it. And then obviously, like everything else, they'll dry up, right? But you're hopefully you've learned enough that you're making your money and you're getting out of them before they dry up. But I mean, there's money to be made. There's money to be made in a bull run. There's money to be made everywhere, and it's just a different vibe. It's a completely different vibe. And I'm telling you, you get a lot of people, and they'll swear up and down that they're experts because they're making so much money, and then but people don't realize that everybody's making money in a bull run, right? Like everybody. You're taking some of these lower market cap tokens from like a couple $1 million up into that a couple $100 million market cap, and it's crazy. It's crazy, man. With some days, this will be with some day this will be. Yeah, I can't wait either. Tim's Cool Cats, what's going on, brother? What is up? Good morning. I can't wait for the bull run either. Like, I think and for people who haven't experienced that yet, when you wake up, let's say you throw $1,000 into a project and you wake up and you look at your wallet and all of a sudden that 1,000 is now 5 or 6 overnight. You're like, oh, man, what happened? And you do that a couple times, with a couple tokens in one night, and the next thing you know, you're up like crazy. You're like, damn, what's going on over here? So when you look at this market cap, we're celebrating right now the fact that we're at 1.21 trillion, right? We beat that $1 trillion mark. Well, the last bull run stopped at $3 trillion and topped out at six trillion. So, imagine $6 trillion in this market right now. I mean, this thing's on fire, right? $6 trillion coming into the market, and that's the last bull run. So you're going to beat that this time. Well, theoretically you should, right? We should be up around 9 or 10 trillion in the market this time. So, just think about even 6 trillion coming into this market right now. I mean, you're looking at these tokens hitting all-time highs, right? Because, obviously the big money's coming in the blue chips, right? So, but you keep in mind with that pair, with this Ethereum pair or the BNB pairs that are going on with the smaller cap tokens, if Ethereum jumps to like 4,000 or 5,000, think about the pair that you're in, what that's going to do, what that's going to do for that pairing, right? It's going to skyrocket that thing. So that's how that works. That's why these tokens take off. It's not necessarily so much that, everybody's buying into the token, it's really, if Ethereum jumps from 2,000 to 4,000, well, that pairing that you're paired with really really skyrockets as well. That's right. Smash that like button, guys. So that's what makes the bull market special, right? But yeah, I think we're a little ways away from it though. I don't think we're going to see a real bull market until end of this year, probably. Somewhere up in there. I think we're just going to trade sideways. We're just going to kind of hang out. We're going to have our ups. We're going to have our downs. We're gonna hang out for a little while. In this current market that we're in, until the end of this year. So who remembers Loyal? I've been out of Loyal for a while. This thing went on a massive run last night. And it's up over 1,000-something%. This thing skyrocketed. I made profit off of Loyal, but this thing took off last night. And talk a little bit about some of these lower market cap tokens that and where I kind of see them. But this thing took off last night. Ben ETH, whatever the hell his name is, has been pumping money into this thing like nonstop all night long, man. And this thing just took off. So if you were in Loyal and you were trading sideways down here for all of this time, you woke up to some nice profits this morning. Nice profits this morning. So speaking of the bull run, imagine this happening right here with almost every single token that launches, because really that's what the bull run is. That's how the bull run will look for you 99% of the time. I wanted to keep trading sideways and take some dips. Yeah, I think it will actually. I think we're going to trade sideways. I think we're going to take some dips. I think we're going to kind of go down a little bit and come back up, and we're just going to hang out for a little while. We're going to hang out around that $1.2 trillion market cap for a little while. Nope, didn't get into that. I swung trade this for a while. For a long time, I was swing trading this when it first came out because it didn't have any taxes. And I was lucky enough to swing trade it and get out with a profit on my last swing trade. Get out with some nice profit, and then turn around and then I just left it alone for a little while. I never got back in, and I was happy I didn't get back in because this thing took a nosedive all the way down. And but now it looks like they're pumping money into it. There's a project I'm in. It's starting to run. What is it? Oh, TMF Timfer. This one right here, Curtis Timfer. I never heard of that one. That's a new one. What is it called? Curtis? I think this is it right here. But yeah, so I mean, and you look at I just I wanted to bring this one up because like this is what can happen with some of these lower market cap tokens. And we can go ahead and I want to look at Neroni as well. Neroni's coming out with a lot of interesting stuff, bots, metaverse type of plays that they're getting ready to come out with. It's not a one-trick pony, right? So this thing's sitting around. Oh, wrong one. I didn't want that one. This one's sitting right around 7 cents, just over 7 cents, right? So this weekend it was down here in the 6 cent range. So it's starting to climb up again. And this seems to be the track with Neroni. Like it'll trade up to almost 10 cents, sometimes a little bit over 10 cents, almost to 13, and take a drop back and take a step back and then come right back. So, Neroni's doing what it always has done. But good project, good solid project. Yes, that's the ticker. All right, I'll pull it up here in a minute. This motherfucker is not real. Was not real. That's a good bot. That's a good bot project. Yeah, it is a good bot project. Like I mean, I think I mean, it's doing what it always does, right? Dips a little bit, but always recovers pretty good. They have good bots. They have a good project going on. They have a lot. They have a lot going on for it, and you know, solid community as well. So really like what they're doing. Really like where they're headed. But yeah. So we can take a look at some of these lower market cap gems here in a minute. Stewie took a hit too this weekend. It took a hit. I expected this one to take a hit. Um, I expected this one to take a hit because of the airdrops came out, and obviously, people will sell off their airdrop. So I fully expected this one to take a hit. Um, and it's doing what I thought it was going to do when it's taking a hit. Now everybody will buy the chart back up, and then they'll get their airdrop again, and it'll it'll run again. You can start to see it recover now, and everybody will get that next airdrop, and they'll sell their airdrop off. Basically, is what's going on. I fully expect that to happen. I think that's how it goes. Laughing out loud. That's the name. That's the name of the coin. I didn't know what you was talking about for a minute, man. I was like, okay, like Curtis mad at somebody. Curtis done pissed somebody. Somebody done pissed Curtis off. But yeah, their community is great. I'm in there. I'm in there. TG. Okay, yeah, I think so, man. I see the MMAI family deep in the TG. Yeah, Neroni. Yeah, they're in there. But the one thing about it is MMAI family is they know how to identify a good project. And that's the one thing I love about the MMAI family is they know how to they know how to identify a good project, and when you look at it, like they're good traders. They're good traders. And they know when they know when to trade and when to get out of something. Is it this one? Must be this one right here. It's ETH token right here. What we got here? Spread this chart out a little bit. See what we got. See what we got going on. It is starting to run, Curtis. Where's this market cap at? Let's see here. The 24-hour trading volume, 17.4K. It's not bad. 17,000 and 24-hour trading volume. Market cap, 88K. So it's under 100,000. Holders, only 148 holders. Not that many holders. Where's the liquidity at in here? 44K in liquidity. So about half market cap to liquidity ratio. Not bad. You'll take half. So, you take half. Take half of that. So let's see here. Honeypot, no. Buy tax 1%, sell tax 1%. How many tokens is the owner holding? Owner percent. So the owner's really not holding a ton of tokens. It's under 1% of what the owner's holding. It's a renounced contract. Not renounced. So you got a 1 in, 1 out. Not bad. Owner's not holding a ton of tokens, but you can't really go by that because sometimes the owners buy their tokens at launch, like a couple minutes before it launches. So, but no, looks like it's on a run. That token looks like it's running up pretty well. I'm missing my chat here. I don't even know where the hell I left off. Here we go. I don't own any of that bot, but I will soon. Yeah, it's a good entry point right now. Anytime you can get in a Roni like around 7, 8, between 6.5, 7 cents, it's a great buying point, great buying opportunity there. I think that's kind of, I think that's kind of the buying point is between 6.5 and 7. Between 6.5 and 7 cents. That's kind of where I feel comfortable getting in, just because of what the chart's been doing. So, but no, Curtis, that looks like a good one. That looks like a good one there. I want to go. Where do I want to go? I want to go on that day, and then because this chart always messes up, we'll refresh this bad boy. Yeah, you see when you pull out Neroni to the day chart, you can see it, right? You can really see it. So here's their high point. I want to say this is like that was 7 cents, but when you get around to here, this is why you want to be in at that 6.5, 7 cent level, because that's where it's comfortable at, right? That's where it starts to trade sideways, is at 6.5, 7 cent level. You can see it's come up here to about 10 or 11 cents, like right up in here, this area right here. As high as 13, 14 cents, and then it dips itself back down. But that 6 to 7 cents is usually where you want it, where you want to be. Yes, that's it. We did all through in to make a liquidity pool, and these we locked. Yeah, the token looked good. It looked really good, Curtis. It looked strong, and the market cap's not that high. It's under 100,000, and it looks like the holder count isn't extremely high either, like 140 something people there. And that liquidity is it's half of what the market cap is. That's not bad at all. That's a lot better than what you're going to get out here in some of these meme tokens. Half a liquidity pool. You got a good one, Curtis. Yeah, that's a good one. That one was good. That one definitely legit. Definitely something to look in. Definitely something I'm gonna probably look into a little bit. But yeah, that liquidity pool is pretty strong, and only having 140 some holders is actually really good. And there was nothing, like when I looked at it real quick from the contract, there was nothing that like really stood out. So like it looked like everything was perfectly legit. Especially the first thing I look at is how much tokens the owners hold, right? Like that's one of the things that you got to look at. But the devs are starting to get a little bit. It's not so much of something that you got to look at anymore. Devs are starting to get a little bit smarter now, and they're just buying a couple minutes before launch, and loading their wallets up. But I expect the devs to make money. Like I don't expect the devs to launch a token and not make any money. I mean, they're putting work behind it, so I'm not mad when devs make money. I'm just mad at when I just don't like it when they dump on the communities, right? There's a difference between making money and dumping on a community. Big difference. So, if you're making money in it, I'm good with it. As far as a developer goes, just don't dump on your community. and be honest with them, right? If you own tokens, be honest with them. Like let them know, yeah, we bought into the project, or we didn't buy into the project, or we hold wallets, or we airdropped ourselves wallets. Just be honest. Don't let it come out later, right? So would have been nice nice at launch with that bot. Yeah. Curtis, where was you at when that token launched? Why were you not in here telling us that token was launching? Every once in a while I get in that degen spirit and I degen into a token. And not too often, but when I go in, I like to degen. Sometimes I get on these weeks where I just degen into everything. So MMAI, you look at it, it's sitting at 303026. Kind of trading sideways over the past couple of days at this 3-0 level. Waiting on he tried to tell us on Friday. Oh, my bad. I must not have been in the degen spirit on Friday. Sometimes you got to beat me up, Curtis. Beat me up in the chat and let me know. Like, no. I'm telling you you need to look at this. You need to look at this. So sometimes you gotta just like, you gotta tell me, man, like keep pounding it into me, because sometimes I if I'm not in the degen spirit that day, I'll kind of pass it by. But no, MMA is trading sideways, 303026. Obviously, we've been trading sideways for a little while over here. Gotta have them 2 utilities come out in July. The metaverse and the game, like they promised. I think them will be catalyst. We gotta have them. Everybody's waiting for them. And you gotta kind of get them things rolling. So, hopefully, today is the 17th. So hopefully, within the next coming days here, or next week or in the coming days here, we can get these things rolled out. It's time. I was on the bike. And your StreamYard. Your StreamYard messed up the message. Oh, okay. Yeah, we did kind of have some problems on Friday. Yeah, I think this next bull run will have a lot of good sniper bots. I think so too. And the one thing about these sniper bots that I enjoy, Neroni and Havoc both, is they're making them real user friendly, right? They're making them real easy for average people to use. And if anybody has looked into bots before, they're very complicated, and they're very complicated to use, and they're very, very expensive. So we have to, the average user would not be able to use them. And one thing about Neroni and one thing about Havoc is they're making it very easy for people like me, you, and everybody else just to go ahead and use them, and they're making them affordable, right? So I think this next bull run, we may see more bot usage off of just people like us, right? I call us average traders, right? We're average traders. So, I think we'll see a lot more of that. And I'm not necessarily mad about that. I think if you're responsible with them and you really know what you're getting yourself into, they're good tools to utilize. They really are. And they can make you a lot of money. I think there was a brief spike down in MMAI price this weekend, but not sure why. Well, people were selling. There was a little bit right here. Yeah, You can see it. Like, this is the day chart. So this is, Monday to Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Looked like the dip down was on Friday. It was right here. This red candle right here. But people were selling. You got a dip because people were selling. Like I said, that's why I keep saying, like, it's important for these utilities to come out. I think we got to have something to get the community's interest up again, even if it's the metaverse or the game or both. Got to have something to generate that buzz, right? So it's important that they come out this month. I bought some MMAI, over the past few days. Yeah, I know. I know you did, but we got to generate some buzz. Got to generate some buzz. I you guys know I support MMAI like crazy. I have a lot of dope, a lot of bread wrapped up in MMAI. So I need I'm 100% behind the project, but I'm also a realistic person, and realistically speaking, we need them utilities out in July, and there's no way around that. There's no explanation for that. They said July. It's got to be July, right? The community can only generate so much positivity from Discord, right? Eventually, we gotta have something, right? These idiots out there will say you're funny. Yeah, I know. I got messages from my Friday stream when I was talking about the utilities in July, and everybody said I was flooding the project. I'm really not. Like, I have more money tied up in this project than probably the average person, right? So, yeah, there's people that have more money tied up in this project than I do, but I have a lot of money tied up in this project. Probably a lot more than certain people realize. So I'm far from flooding the project, but I'm realistic too. Like, I don't know. I think we're in month 10, month 11. Got to have the metaverse, got to have the game. They were open once already, so we should have them open again. We should be ready to open them again. I hold some NFTs. I want to see. I seen at Meta Week. They had the NFTs in the metaverse. I would love for the community to be able to see where their NFTs are in the metaverse as well. I'd love to see the marketplace as well. And how that looks, and how they're going to roll that marketplace out, and how they're going to help the community, not only myself, the community in general, build out some of the properties that they have and some of the stores that they have. I'd like to see that. Like, we talked about that for a long time, and that marketplace being one of the biggest drivers for the NFTs. And why people bought them, in large amounts. So, I'd like to see some of that stuff come back to the table and be talked about. Just, where we are with that. I don't care that it's not done. Like, the marketplace isn't done. I don't care. If it's not done, I don't care. You know what I mean? Just tell us where we're at, right? Just tell us where we're at. I don't care that it's not done. Just tell me where we're at. People got a lot of money wrapped up in this stuff, and if it takes longer than what it takes, then that's cool. I'm cool with that. You got to just tell me. Gotta just come out and say it. Just come out and say what it is. That's it. Like, but the metaverse in the game, like, they had them at Meta Week, so they should be ready. They should be ready. People were playing them already at Meta Week. They should be ready. And hopefully, they fixed the download where it's not as big of a file as it was before. People can play it, right? Before, when we were in beta testing, not everybody could play it, and not everybody could participate because they didn't have the computing capability to do so. So hopefully, they fix that. I do think there will be a download. Just because it's built on Unreal Engine 5, there probably always will be a download of an APK file. But from my understanding of talking to people who are in the gaming industry, it should be a small download, and then you should be able to run after that. Is Austin done with MMAI? No, he's not done with MMAI, or he's still the marketing guy. He's just taking a break from. He's just not on YouTube or doing cryptocurrency content anymore, or really commenting too much on Twitter about cryptocurrency. But he's still in MMAI. He's still the marketing guy, and he's still the community guy for us. He's still taking the community's concerns back to the dev team, and he still holds that marketing position. And he's just not necessarily on YouTube or Twitter, really putting out crypto content. For whatever reason that him and his family chose that was the best move, I don't know. I don't know. It's really none of my business. But he made that decision, and for him and his family, and that's the decision he made. But it's he's still with MMAI. He's still the guy. Like, if you got questions about any of this stuff, metaverse wise, game wise, token wise, from a community standpoint, he's the person that you direct your questions to. Hey DG, it feels like you have to be 100% positive towards MMAI in a Discord, or else you may get Big Watch, like, you should be able to I'm a firm believer in you should be able to express whatever you want to express when you want to express it, especially if you're invested into a project, right? If you got concerns, you should be able to express your concerns. If you got praise, you should be able to express your praise. You should be able to I mean, there's a difference, right? There's a difference between, maybe expressing some concerns and being disrespectful. And I don't know I haven't been in Discord in days, so I don't know what anybody's even referring to about that. But I have there's a way to express things that are respectful, and there's a way to express things that are FUD, right? I mean, and if you're bringing up stuff that's factual, then you should be able to talk about that, right? You should be able to talk about anything that's factual, and if there's facts behind it, and you have concerns and there's facts behind it, then you should be able to say what you want, but some people, the people that I have an issue with are the ones that just FUD to FUD, right? But no, if you got issues and you got concerns and you're invested in something, then you should be able to bring them up. And if if you're getting kicked out or people are acting crazy, then that's on them. That ain't on you. That's on them. Like, that's not on you, man. Only from the people with meme coin mentality. I mean, facts are facts, right? Like, I mean, if you got legitimate facts and you're bringing them up, then if you got legitimate facts and you're bringing them up, then you got legitimate facts and you're bringing them up. I should be able to date. Bye-bye. Lionel Rodney. Really, man, really. A lot of stuff really appreciated. Really appreciated perspective and instead of truth. You're right, Big Watch. I think there was some people early on. I know it, right? Lionel had me laughing, man. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell out of nowhere? I was reading that, I was like, damn, am I reading that right? But I think there's a difference between, like I said before, I think there's a difference between asking questions about something and fudding something, right? There's a big difference. And it's a fine line you have to walk. But I think if you walk the line the right way and you ask it factually, then I don't think that there's a problem with that, right? Um, but I noticed what I noticed in MMA early on, not so much now, but early on, one of the things that really got up underneath my skin was a lot of people that weren't invested in a project had a whole lot to say, or a lot of people that were invested in the project, and we know for a fact that they got out, had a whole lot to say. Like, if your money's not in it, don't come in causing trouble. Yo, XXI, I don't know, man. My man came in hot, man, but I was dying. Calling it as it is. I think so. I think, but the one thing that I read, Big Watch, everything that you write, like, you state facts. Like, it's not fun, it's facts. Like, you can't argue with that. Like, I just, like, I'm good with it. Like, I don't see anything that you've ever wrote in Discord that's been disrespectful to the project or out of line. So I don't know. But yeah, Friday we were talking about MMA, and I said the same thing I said today, and I got a lot of FUD emails, people, and I'm cool with that. Like, I can take that. Like, I'm good with that. Like, it doesn't really, it bothers me, but it doesn't really bother me at the same time. So, but I just think that when you speak in facts, that you're good, right? Like, you can't dispute facts, right? You just can't dispute facts. Bone sitting at 120, 125. Not too bad. Trading sideways past couple days, man. It had its big run up, like right up in here. It had its big run up, and you got to expect some consolidation going on here. You got to expect some consolidation going on here. But Bone will run again as Shibarium gets closer and closer to its launch in August. Bone will run again. No worries about that. Yeah, we have a space today at 1 p.m. on Dr. Crypto's channel, guys. We're gonna talk about a lot of this stuff. Hopefully, we'll be able to have some good conversations. I think we will. So we'll have some good conversations. So make sure you're tuned in at 1 o'clock, guys. We're gonna be there. Project should listen to criticism. It helps the project move. You know what, Kat? I agree. I listen to both sides of everything. Like, even before I invest in stuff, like, I will go into rooms like Twitter Spaces that I know where people don't support the project, and I'll listen to what they have to say. Like, I'll listen in the background. I won't say anything. I'll just listen, and I'll hear them, right, and then I'll go do some research and see if what they're saying is accurate or if what they're saying is FUD, right? And then I'll go into some rooms where I know people support the project, and I'll listen to what they're saying, right? And I'll listen, and I'll do some research, and I'll make sure I'll listen to what they're saying, and I'll listen and say, is what they're saying Kool-Aid or is what they're saying real, right? And then I make some decisions based off of that. But I never listen to just one side, right? Like, I never listen to just, somebody's Kool-Aid in a project to me, like, and I'm supposed to listen to that. Like, I've been there before, right? I've been there with Saitama. I've been there with Terrarium, right? And I can't to continue to do that, you would be a fool, right? You got to listen to both sides. You got to listen to what the good and the bad, right? And do your research. Sometimes the bad is truth, and you got to figure out whether or not the bad is you got to figure out whether or not the bad is something that you can overcome as an investor, and sometimes the good isn't always true either. Sometimes you have to listen to that and go, oh man, that's like half right. Have a great day, everybody. All right, XXI, man, appreciate you all the time. You know that. Do you listen to the to the weekend on yeah, I listen to the weekend on a Monday. The Monday should be illegal. Oh man, Lionel coming in hot, man. I love it, man. I love it. But you listen to the weekend on a Monday. Should be illegal. I love it. But yeah, so with that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here for the day. I got some work to got to take care of, but tune into the space today, 1 o'clock on Dr. Crypto. Go follow that space, tune into that space. We're gonna talk about a lot. Don't forget, we have a monetization stream for this channel coming up on the 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be giving away some Stewie tokens. We're going to be giving away some ETH from MMAI. We're going to be giving away USDT giveaways. We're going to give away a total of $750 in USDT. We're going to give away 3 USDT giveaways, guys. So it's going to be $250 a piece 3 times, which adds up to $750. So we're going to be giving all that away, but you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to win that. And you have to be in the chat at the time that we do the giveaway in order to win it, because we're going to put it in StreamYard Picker. You got to do your we're going to hashtag something, then we're going to pick it. So you got to be there in order to win anything. So it's going to be a good time. We are going to have a good party, guys. It's going to be a nice party. And I'm expecting a lot of people there, expecting a big turnout. So we're going to have one hell of a party, guys. So it's going to be good. So make sure you're there, and make sure you get an opportunity to win yourself some tokens or some cash, guys. So don't miss out on that opportunity. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go today. Just remember, be safe, trade smart. Looks like the market's going to trade sideways today. So be safe, trade smart, take your profits. Don't become somebody else's exit liquidity. And with that, I'll get at you guys tomorrow morning. Lionel Rodney, man, you got to come back, man, because you had me dying, man. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. So everybody else, have a great morning. I'll see you guys at 1 p.m. on Dr. Crypto stream, and at 7 a.m. back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Catch you guys later. Bye.